Welcome everyone. Uncluttering for busy minds. As usual with these Yoga Nidras, I will go through the whole Yoga Nidra, and then at the end you will be invited to move to come back into being awake, or you can just let your device switch off and I will close the Zoom meeting. So there's no need to feel like you have to get up, which is good because the time is already 9:15 and you might not want to do anything else this Sunday evening. But feel very, very welcome. Welcome to this space. And with this Nidra designed for uncluttering busy minds, we hope to create some space and to hopefully help you find some clarity. And this clarity might help you gain creativity or inspiration, enable you to see a solution to a personal problem which until now has seemed unsurmountable. Now you might have no specific quandary and are open to whatever gifts this Nidra wants to share with you today. Or you purely just want to enjoy the peace and quiet that comes with this practice with no intention at all. All is fine, all welcome. There's no wrong way to practice Yoga Nidra. Let it be a friend. Let it be a friend this evening, the kind of friend that asks nothing from you, but is always there for you. So given all this, know that there's nowhere else you need to be right now. You can allow yourself just to be here, being without knowing. There is nothing else that you need to be doing, just taking this time for yourself. And you don't even need to listen completely to my voice if you don't want to. You can let the sound wash in and wash out, fade in and fade out. All we ask is that you're comfortable, entirely comfortable here and now, and that you try to stay awake. But if you do fall asleep, it's okay. It's okay. Take a moment to make any adjustments that you might need to be even more comfortable, even more settled. If you're in bed, just make sure that the covers and the pillow is just right. If you're lying down on the ground, make sure that you have enough support so it's comfortable and easy. We're bringing the body into this place where there is zero desire to move. Make sure you're warm enough. Allowing yourself to drop deeper into stillness and letting the stillness soak into the body, allowing yourself to be open to this stillness. And know though, if you feel a sudden desire to itch, we get a tickle, or something feels slightly off, just observe it for a breath or two, and maybe it will pass. And if it doesn't, just respond to that itch or tickle or wriggle that you need to do. Just simply becoming more and more comfortable. Because the more the body can rest on stillness, the more likely that there will be stillness in the mind. And as you lie here, know that you're held by the earth, welcomed and supported. And as you take these last few moments to see if you can even find 5% more comfort, I'd like to read you a very short poem by Donna Folds titled, It's Enough. It is enough right now to taste one moment of peace. Of course I want more, but at least the door is open. It's enough to draw a conscious breath and let my hands relax, fingers releasing their tight grasp on things outside my control. It's enough to shed a layer of stress, as if taking a jacket off or a pair of too tight shoes. The ease of being has to start somewhere. This breath is my first step. Begin to notice the points of contact between your body and the ground beneath you. Maybe starting at your feet. If you're lying on the side, you might feel the side of your foot, or maybe if you're lying on your back, the heels, and the backs of the calves and the knees, and maybe your bottom, and where the back is touching the surface beneath you, and your shoulder blades. Maybe there's a little space underneath the back of the neck. And now notice the back of the head, the back of the skull. Noticing these points where the body touches the floor beneath you. Really feeling the support of the floor beneath you on those parts of the body, the texture and the structure of what is holding you now beneath you. And start to allow a deeper sense of trust of this support. Bringing your awareness now to your breath. With your next inhalation, take a deep breath and trace the body from your feet all the way up to the top of your head. And with the exhalation, just reversing it from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Breathing in from the tips of the toes, feeling all the parts of the body as the flowing energy of the breath flows all the way up to the top of your head. And then with the exhale, allowing the body to just let go a little bit more as it flows back down to your feet. Breathing in, noticing a slight energizing, and out, dropping even deeper into the earth below. Breathing in, washing newness of breath to the crown of the head. Exhaling, allowing this gentle falling, this deepening as it washes back down to the feet. Follow the breath in and out as it flows up and down your body. Now allow yourself just to go back to a more easy, natural breath. Let the breath breathe the body. Easy body breathing. Body breathing easy. And we start to listen out for the sounds around. See if you can hear a sound really, really far away, the furthest sound that your ears can detect, outside of this room. Perhaps an aeroplane or a car, or some birds. Maybe the rustle of trees' leaves in the wind. The sound of people's voices. Whatever is out there, noticing the farthest sound. And now bringing your hearing to the sound inside the room you're lying on. The sound of my voice, the sound of the device, and coming closer and closer towards the body. Now to the more intimate sounds, the sounds from inside your body, the internal sounds. Maybe you can hear your heartbeat, the gentle flow of your breath, the sound as it moves through the nose or the back of the throat. Maybe even tiny sounds as your body moves on the support or the covers from the breath in and the breath out. There might be tiny little sounds inside your mouth, gurgling in the tummy as the digestion system responds to you relaxing deeper and deeper. And you might even hear some sounds, internal sounds between the ears, some hollow, internal, private sounds. And as we listen, know that any sounds that do arise during this practice are welcome. Because the greater the welcome to the sounds that might arise, the deeper settling into the space of conscious, open awareness that is Yoga Nidra. Welcoming all of the sounds here and there. And as your body drops even deeper into the ground, start to notice the release of your skin, the release of the fascia, the muscles and the bone. Feel all of your body becoming heavier and heavier as it releases into your support. And we'll begin a journey around the body, moving our awareness around the body mentally. And as I mention each body part, I invite you to send your awareness to that part without any need to move or tense or wiggle that part of your body. You're just sending your mental awareness to flow around the body, to bring it all together, collecting the body together in our awareness. And if at any time you get a little bit lost or you zone out, don't worry. Please don't worry. It's all good. The magic is still working. And any way you can place your awareness is fine. So as your awareness rests on each of these body parts as we move around, imagine a tiny little white light or star being rested or anointed on each of these body parts as we move around our journey of the body. And let us begin. Starting with the right hand. Right hand now. And the thumb on the right hand. Shining that little white light or star on the thumb and one on the finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the smallest finger. Little stars on the fingers and thumbs. White shining little stars. And one on the palm of the hand and the wrist, the forearm and the elbow. Upper arm, shoulder, armpit. The whole of the right arm shining with tiny little white lights and stars. Coming into the right armpit, the right side and waist, your right hip, thigh, knee, calf and ankle, the heel, the whole of the right leg, the sole of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the smallest toe. Little white stars all the way down the right side of your body, the right leg, and on each of the toes and the sole of the foot. The whole right side, the whole of your right side, held in shining awareness. And then we'll bring our awareness over to the left side of the body, starting with the left thumb, moving from left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the smallest finger. A star on all of those fingers. The palm of the hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. The whole of the left side of your arm shining in your awareness. Little white, bright stars shining. And the left armpit, the left side of the waist, hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg. The ankle, the top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the smallest toe. Stars on all of the toes, the heel, the top of the foot, all through the leg, the hip, the side waist, chest, and arm. Whole left side, the whole left side shining in your awareness, glowing brightly in the night. Little white stars shining brightly. Bringing your awareness to both of the heels, little stars shining in the heels of your feet, and moving through the Achilles to the backs of the calf. 2 little white stars on the back of each knee, the thighs, the back of the thighs, and the buttocks. Coming from the buttocks all along the top of the pelvis and all the way through your spine, from your lower spine, middle spine, and upper spine. Stars on your shoulder blades and at the tops of your shoulders. Stars shining all the way through the back of your neck, to the back of the head. Stars through the spinal cord, all the way up to the top of your head. The crown of your head, a crown made of tiny stars. And we'll move on over to the front of the body, to the forehead. Little star on the right temple and the left temple, the right eyebrow and the left eyebrow, and the very special place between the eyebrows, a star right there at your third eye. And then your right eye and your left eye, your nose, the right nostril, left nostril, and the very tip of your nose. Can you visualize a star right at the tip of your nose? The right ear, the left ear, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, tongue. The right jaw, the left jaw, your chin, your throat, the right collarbone, left collarbone, and the center of the collarbone. That little valley, that little dip at the center of your collarbone, the base of the neck. Little stars shining through the face and the head and the chest. Your upper abdomen, a little star at your navel, and lights landing and resting through your whole body. Lower abdomen and the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, and both legs together. The whole of the right arm shining with stars, the whole of the left arm, bright white lights, both arms together, the whole front together, the whole back together, the whole of your head together, all of the parts, intensifying awareness of your whole body, all parts together, your whole body, your whole glorious body, all your body illuminated with these little white stars planted all through your form, like your own body map, constellation of shining white stars. And with the next inhalation, perhaps seeing those white lights glow a little brighter. And with the exhalation, watch them dim subtly. Inhaling, seeing the lights brighter. Exhaling, watching them dim ever so slightly. Moving gently between these two, a brightening on the inhalation and a dimming on the exhalation. On the inhalation, maybe see them becoming even brighter to a bright white light. And as you exhale, allowing the lights to dim into darkness. And now seeing all of those lights glowing brighter, brighter than ever, and seeing them crystal clear in focus, each one beautifully clear and shining, plotted all around your body. And now as you exhale, see them blurred into one smudge of light. Inhaling, seeing them in focus, and then slightly blurred with the exhalation. And now letting those lights and the awareness of those lights gently fade away. As you bring your awareness to your nose, breathing in and out of your nose. Visualize now the breath coming in through the left side of your nose, left side of your nostril, all the way up to the space between your eyebrows. And then from this space in your third eye, see the breath coming out through your right nostril. Pausing here very briefly before traveling back to the left nostril, breathing in all the way to the space between the eyebrows, and then exhaling all the way back down through your right nostril, and continuing this pattern, breathing in through the left nostril, meeting at the very top, the center of your third eye, your Agya chakra, and then flowing down, 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 out of the right side, in through the left, and out through the right. Being aware of this form of a triangle, following the breath, in through the left, and out through the right. And now allowing yourself to let go of the triangle breathing and allow the breath to settle once more in its natural rhythm. Allowing the body simply to be breathed by the breath itself. and feel it held by the ground below. And turning your awareness now to the limitless space in front of the eyebrow center, this third eye. Notice the vastness of this space. And in this vastness of never-ending space in front of you, I invite you to visualize a doorway in front of you, a doorway of a room. Now this room is very familiar to you. Maybe this room is from your real life, or maybe a dream or a story. And this room feels safe, cozy, and familiar. And you decide to open the door to this safe, cozy, familiar room. And as you do, you notice this room is just a little bit messy. It's just a little bit untidy. Looking around, there are piles of clothes in all colours of the rainbow reflected back at you. And you see the colours clearly and vibrant in the texture and textiles of the clothing. Reaching forward, you lift off the top piece of clothing from a pile. This piece of clothing is red. See it in your hands, this red piece of clothing. And you easily, effortlessly fold this piece of clothing neatly and put it to one side. Next, picking up an orange item of clothing. You lift it up again and again. Easily it folds perfectly into a neat object, and then you place it down on the top of the red. So there's a red piece and now an orange on top. And the next piece is yellow, and you give it a little shake and a smooth down, and it effortlessly folds neatly, and you place it on top of the orange piece, and so on and so on. The next item you pick up is green, and you fold it and place it on top of the yellow. And then the next item is blue, and that easily folds, smooth and easy, placed on top of the green. And there's an indigo piece of clothing. Just like the others, you place this on top of the blue. And you can look around and you're noticing that this room is becoming tidier and clearer. You start to feel relieved, calmer, clearer. And this last piece is a purple item. And as you pick it up, you fold it and put it on the top of the pile. You suddenly notice a box. There's a box that's been underneath this cluttered pile of clothes that is now all tidy in rainbow order. And this box is a box you've forgotten all about. And as you pick the box up, you feel a sense of anticipation, as if this is what you've been looking for ages. And you simply couldn't find it, but yet here it is. And as you open the lid, whatever is inside makes your heart swell with love and excitement, and most of all, relief. Absolute relief. And as you go to leave this room now, you can smile at your discovery, knowing with absolute conviction that the quandary has been resolved now. You now have a clearer understanding than you did before. And you can very, very gently start to deepen your breath. Deepening your breath once more, noticing the energization of the inhalation for all the parts of the body. And once again, with the exhalation, feeling contentment and calm wash over you. Sending your awareness when you feel ready to tune back into your senses, noticing any smells in the nose, tastes in the mouth, the feeling of air against your cheeks, noticing any sounds around you, any colours, lights or shapes that you can detect behind your closed eyelids. Noticing once more the points of the body in contact with the ground, beginning at your head, moving your awareness all the way down to your feet. And if you'd like to, you might want to start wiggling your fingers and toes, if that's something you'd like to do before getting up again. If you're staying here for the night, there's no need to move. Taking your time, gradually returning to waking state, or choosing to remain resting here in this magical liminal space, knowing that you can take this feeling of clarity with you into your everyday life, applying it to your thoughts, tasks, and your relationships. This Yoga Nidra is now complete. Thank you. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om